Ernst Weber's pioneering work in psychology paved the way for our modern understanding of human perception. His groundbreaking experiments on just noticeable differences revolutionized the field, revealing the intricate dance between our senses and the world around us. Get ready to uncover the fascinating story of a man who uncovered the hidden patterns of our minds. As we delve into the life of Ernst Weber, it's fascinating to explore how his early experiences shaped his fascination with the human senses. Born in 1795 in Wittenberg, Germany, Weber grew up in a family that valued education and intellectual curiosity. His father, a theology professor, encouraged Weber's interest in science and philosophy from a young age. This exposure sparked a passion for understanding the natural world, which would eventually lead him to the field of psychology. Weber's educational journey began at the University of Leipzig, where he studied medicine and philosophy. It was during this time that he became acquainted with the works of Immanuel Kant, whose ideas on perception and cognition would later influence Weber's own research. Under the mentorship of eminent physiologist Johann Christian August Heinroth, Weber developed a deep understanding of human physiology and the intricacies of the nervous system. This foundation in physiology would serve as the bedrock for his future explorations into the realm of sensory perception. As Weber's interests shifted toward psychology, he began to investigate the complex relationships between our senses and the environment. His groundbreaking work on just noticeable differences, which revealed the minimum amount of change required for us to perceive a difference in stimuli, marked a significant turning point in the field. This concept, now known as the Weber fraction, demonstrated that our perception is not an absolute measure, but rather a relative one, dependent on the context and existing conditions. One of the most intriguing aspects of Weber's research was his use of clever experiments to illustrate these complex concepts. For instance, he would ask participants to discern the difference between two weights, gradually increasing or decreasing the disparity until they could just barely detect the change. These deceptively simple yet elegant experiments not only shed light on the workings of our senses, but also laid the groundwork for future research in psychophysics, the study of the relationship between physical stimuli and sensory perception. Weber's work did not occur in isolation. He was part of a vibrant community of scholars who were redefining the boundaries of psychology. His contemporaries, including Gustav Fechner and Hermann von Helmholtz, were also exploring the frontiers of human perception and cognition. The exchange of ideas among these visionaries helped shape the discipline, as they built upon and challenged each other's findings. Weber's contributions, in particular, influenced a generation of psychologists who would go on to apply his principles in fields ranging from psychology and neuroscience to philosophy and education. Despite the significance of his discoveries, Weber's approach was not without its limitations and criticisms. Some argued that his focus on just noticeable differences oversimplified the complexities of human perception, neglecting the role of higher-level cognitive processes. Others pointed out that his experiments, although innovative for their time, lacked the rigor and control that modern research demands. Nevertheless, Weber's pioneering work remains a testament to the power of curiosity-driven inquiry and the importance of understanding the intricate mechanisms that underlie our experience of the world. Under the guidance of Johann Christian August Heinroth, Weber developed a profound understanding of human physiology, which would later serve as the foundation for his pioneering work on sensory perception. Heinroth, a renowned physiologist, encouraged Weber to explore the intricacies of the nervous system, laying the groundwork for his future research on just noticeable differences. Weber's fascination with the human senses led him to conduct a series of innovative experiments designed to uncover the underlying mechanisms of perception. One such experiment involved the use of a specially crafted device, consisting of a series of weights and levers, which allowed participants to discern subtle differences in tactile sensation. By carefully manipulating the variables and observing the responses, Weber was able to demonstrate that our perception of weight and pressure is relative, rather than absolute. This fundamental insight, now known as the Weber-Fechner law, revealed that the just noticeable difference between two stimuli is proportional to the intensity of the original stimulus. As Weber's work gained recognition, he became an integral part of a vibrant community of scholars who were redefining the boundaries of psychology. The exchange of ideas among these visionaries was facilitated by regular meetings and correspondence, which helped shape the discipline and foster a sense of collaboration and friendly competition. Weber's relationships with his contemporaries were marked by a deep respect for their work and a willingness to engage in constructive debate, as evidenced by his extensive correspondence with Fechner, where they discussed and refined each other's ideas. Weber's contributions to psychology also extended beyond his experimental work, as he played a significant role in shaping the intellectual landscape of his time. His ideas on perception and cognition influenced not only psychologists but also philosophers, educators, and scientists from various disciplines. The concept of just noticeable differences, for instance, found applications in fields such as psychophysics, neuroscience, and even music theory. Weber's work demonstrated that the study of human perception was not limited to the realm of psychology alone, but had far-reaching implications for our understanding of the human experience. Some of his contemporaries argued that his focus on sensory perception overlooked the role of higher-level cognitive processes, such as attention and expectation, in shaping our experience of the world. As we delve deeper into Weber's educational journey, it becomes apparent that his time under the guidance of Johann Christian August Heinroth was instrumental in shaping his thoughts on psychology. One notable example of this influence can be seen in Weber's work on the tactile sensation experiment, where he utilized a specially crafted device to demonstrate that our perception of weight and pressure is relative, rather than absolute. His relationships with contemporaries, such as Gustav Fechner and Hermann von Helmholtz, were marked by a deep respect for their work and a willingness to engage in constructive debate. One particularly significant aspect of Weber's work was his concept of just noticeable differences, which found applications in fields such as psychophysics, neuroscience, and even music theory. For instance, his ideas on the relative nature of perception influenced the development of music theory, particularly in the work of Hermann von Helmholtz, who applied Weber's principles to the study of sound and hearing. This cross-disciplinary influence is a testament to the far-reaching implications of Weber's research and its potential to inform our understanding of human experience. For example, some critics argued that Weber's reliance on subjective reports from participants limited the generalizability of his findings, highlighting the need for more objective measures of perception. Weber's response to these criticisms was characteristically thoughtful and nuanced. In his correspondence with Fechner, he acknowledged the limitations of his approach while also emphasizing the importance of understanding the fundamental mechanisms of perception. This exchange highlights the collaborative and open-minded spirit that defined Weber's relationships with his contemporaries as they worked together to refine their ideas and push the boundaries of psychological knowledge. His pioneering research on just noticeable differences has not only shaped the discipline of psychophysics, but has also influenced fields as diverse as neuroscience, music theory, and philosophy. As the German philosopher Johann Wolfgang von Goethe once said, "Knowing is not enough, we must apply." That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.